To my 6-year-old daughter, Marley, from your mother, currently 36 years old. These are my thoughts for you, for us, for our family. I would like you to watch this video later on in life, or if ever my time on earth is cut short, I want you to get to know me a little bit more, and I want to tell you how I'd really appreciate you to live when you're older. I, however, am not here to tell you who to become. I'm just here to tell you who I hope you become in conjunction with who you already are. Because at 36 years old, this is my vision of what really counts. And this video is for all other parents out there who can hopefully identify with the video and not be so hard on themselves as parents. If you're a parent that cares to always be better for your children, you are a great parent. Being a great parent doesn't mean that you're perfect, and it doesn't mean that you don't have your shortcomings or things you want to work on. It means that you have the consciousness to know there are things you should work on, and you are trying to work on them. It can take time to unlearn and relearn, but just be patient with yourself, and as long as you're trying and you're aware, you are a very substantial parent. Coming from a divorced family, I never wanted you to go through divorce, but lo and behold, I had a child with a man that the relationship was not successful, and I never thought I would be in that position, but I wanted to save you from repeating the cycle, so I left. And you were only 7 months, so I felt like I had an advantage. I knew that what I was in was not a healthy relationship, and I didn't want you to grow up thinking that this is what a healthy relationship is and base your standards off that. I didn't want to repeat the cycle of divorce in my lineage, and I didn't want you to live through divorce when you were a little bit older. Now that I'm with a partner in a relationship raising you and your sister Willow, I now look back at me raising you alone like, wow, you know, as if I went through that alone. I was having a hard time connecting with the joys of being a parent and raising a little one because I found it to be very stressful and challenging, and it was incredibly testing, juggling it all on my own. Don't ever get this message twisted. You are a blessing. I'm so glad I have you, and I'm so glad that I get to raise you. Don't ever get this message misinterpreted. I wouldn't have it any other way. It was high stress, but I still didn't lose my vision for success because I now had you and myself to take care of all by myself. And I started a job in insurance sales, and it was very profitable because I was very dedicated and I was a good person selling the product. I wasn't just a greasy salesman, and I believed in the product that I was selling. When I managed to afford to get you into a Montessori daycare, I felt so proud of myself for being able to provide this to you. And I need you to know these things because I know that we've had our challenges. Even now, at just 6 years old, we've had our challenges because you are not me and I am not you. And, I appreciate this about you, but you're a very defiant little girl. But I'm aware that this is also just a reflection of myself and needing to let go of control sometimes as a parent. And that's how I analyze myself so that I can be better for you. I'm incredibly accountable, but I am not perfect. But I am incredibly accountable because I want the best for you. When I met your dad, Richard, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was learning how to be content on my own. And it took me a while to get to that point. But as soon as I got there, it's like if God said, okay, now that you're accepting of being alone and finding joy in being alone, now you're ready for the next step. And He provided me with your dad, Richard. When I met Richard, he cared about you genuinely, and you could feel it. You were just over 3. It wasn't long after Richard started coming over, very soon after, that you said, I wasn't there, but you said, "Are you my dad?" And he said yes. That was a really big moment. And he just said yes. Because he was very mature, responsible, loving, and righteous, to be honest. And he knew that we were a package deal. You have to know, Marley, that when a responsible parent does date people, they're not just dating for themselves, but they're also dating for a father for their children. And I wish every parent would know that. Every single parent. You have to be incredibly wise about who you choose to bring home to your children, because you're also choosing somebody that's going to mold them and shape their perceptions of the world. This is crucial, not just for you or for your kid, but for your entire lineage. It's deep, and you have to put in that thought.